I am not responsible for any error that you make while installing spark plugs in your vehicle.
Today, we've been working on my wife's 2016 Kia Optima. It is the EX with the premium package. So it just has the NA GDI motor. And today, we're just going to be replacing the spark plugs. I have the NGK Iridiums 93175. I have a link in the description below for Amazon. All we're going to need today is a socket with an extension with a 5/8 spark plug socket. Mine has a magnet inside to help pull the spark plug out of the cylinder head, and then we're going to need a 10mm to unbolt the plug on coils. So what I normally do, I'll just grab one corner, give it a firm yank it off, and then from here we're going to see the coils. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and with those coils you also see the 10mm bolts that hold it down. So I'm just going to take our 10mm, and I normally go ahead and just loosen them all up. And what I do is that I will just do one spark plug at a time. So I will show you one, and then it basically applies to all 4. So what I normally do to keep from losing the bolts, and then for the coil plugs, I normally just grab it up underneath on either side and just pull it straight up like that. With these bolts, I will take them and just put them back in the threaded hole. That way you have a less of a chance of losing them. So then you take your 5/8 spark plug tool, drop it in the hole, make sure your socket is on lefty for loosey, and just give it a turn like so. And like I said, mine has the magnet in it. So once unscrewed, the spark plug will come right out like so. And this one is a little ashy. That means it might be running a little lean. But overall, it doesn't look too bad. It is very black on the electrode. But this motor is burning oil. This is one of the Kia motors that's having the oil burning issue, and with this one particularly, it's been doing it ever since about 98,000 miles, and it's progressively getting worse. So now, after about 2,000-3,000 miles, the oil pressure light will come on. So that's not here nor there, but if we do go through the warranty process of getting this motor replaced, I will kind of document the process. So I'm going to take one spark plug out. And what I like to do is go ahead and just stick it in my tool like so. Like I said, since it has the magnet, it won't come out. And then I will just be very, very careful to get it down into the head. And I will hand tighten it down to make sure that I don't cross thread, because you don't want to cross thread the spark plug bolt in the head, because that's going to be a very, 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 very expensive head job replacement. And then from here, I don't have my torque wrench, so I normally get it just a little tight, and then just a little bit more, just enough to where the spark plug won't back out, but not so tight that you will end up stripping the threads of the spark plug. And then from there, I will take the spark plug coil-on plug nut out, screw out. Try not to drop it into the abyss. I will take the boot, throw it on, make sure everything is lined up, and then from there, tighten that down. Make sure your wrench is on tighten. Tighten it down so that it won't back off. And basically, I'm going to repeat that 3 more times. So once I'm done getting them all replaced, I'll be back. And I just finished replacing all 4. You want to make sure that the spark plugs are tight but not over tightened. If you have a torque wrench, you can look up the spark plug inch-pound specifications for that. But I always like to go afterwards and look at the tips to kind of see how they are burning. On these, like I said, I'm taking the contributing factor for the buildup is because of the blow by, and I'm sure that it's piston ring related. So, you know, it's not just burning gas, it's also getting hold to a little bit of oil as well when it's firing. So hopefully, you know, you learned something today, because I'm not sure how much the dealership charges, or like a service like Firestone or whatever. I'm not sure how much they charge, but I'm pretty sure that you could just buy the spark plugs and the tools necessary, you know, an extension, a 5/8 spark plug wrench, and a 10mm socket for probably a third, or if not a fourth of the price of having a shop do it for you. And it is pretty simple. Just have to make sure that you tighten enough, but you don't over tighten, because both of those can lead to being catastrophic. So if you're not feeling good about doing it, by all means pay somebody to do it, but if you are a little handy around the car and with your hands, you can definitely perform this job, no problems. But if you get it wrong, I am not responsible for any error that you make while installing spark plugs in your vehicle. All right, so as everything, always remember to think, build, and most importantly, enjoy Darius Bills. Peace.